Hi, this is Angelo MARINOSCI JR, a.k.a. Papa Angelo. I'm up in my painting studio right now. One of the things I like to do is paint. Another one is write songs or make up songs. I'm up here with a little bit of coffee. I'm going to start a new series. That's what these canvases are here. And I like to work on a series for a number of months or a whole season or sometime a couple of years. I'm known as a photographer, click, 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 of the old type, silver photography, analog. I do digital photography also, but primarily I do silver for exhibition. If you could talk to me a little bit differently, and that might sound a little esoteric or strange to some people. At one time I was a photojournalist and a commercial photographer. And I'm a painter, probably less by choice and more by need. I've been painting all my life. As I've been making music, this is actually one of my son's travel guitars, but I thought it would be appropriate for here. But inherent in the guitar and the sound of the guitar, quite often I find a song. Something that's waiting to come out of me, if you will. I remember reading about Angelo. He'd look at a piece of stone and he felt a sculpture. He could see the piece of sculpture inside waiting to be freed and just tried to figure out how to get the pieces off in there, in a sense. Well, when I listen to music sometimes, I use a little bit of that kind of subtractive method. And I've tried the other method. I also sit down and I build a concept or whatever. But in my painting, much of my painting is temporal image. In other words, it'll come together in my mind and I execute it. My music's the same thing. I try to let it be free and free rolling, so it's very genuine. So it's not overworked. Something I've become very suspect of or uncomfortable with, things that sound like they're just manufactured, if you will. I like my things to sound raw, even imperfect, which is okay. The musicians I was most attracted to in my youth and in my life have been without a polished quality usually, and actually very genuine, very straightforward. I'm not a very technical guitarist. People who know guitar very well probably can recognize that when I play. I'm not a superb guitarist. I'm not a fine singer. I'm not a terrific writer. But what I think I do manage to work well with is my own experiences or my own sentiments about things and let those emotions roll. I do the same thing in my writing. I do the same thing in my photography in terms of documenting people and their lives or candid photography. And I do the same thing in my painting. I'm talking for a reason. I brought you up here for a reason. So you see a little slightly different part of me. Most of you only get to see me sitting in my guitar room where I go in there and I tinker, and I probably look a little bit out of context. I've been here so long, so long. I've been here so long, so long. And my years give me song, give me song. I've been here so long, so long. I'd like to share my song with you, and I think I do share my song. When a guitar talks to me, and I've got it on my knee, I try to be so pure and just endure. See, I've been here long, so long, and I've traveled miles so long. I try my best to sing the rest right in my song, in my song. Now, it's a pretty good example of how I work. I just made that up based upon what I was saying to you, what I was trying to say to you, and what my guitar was saying to me. In other words, it'll give me my starting point, my first notes, and whatever it stimulates, I try to chase. I always say to painters should paint like wild animals in the forest, trying to make their way. Not like robots walking down the street. Well, I feel the same way about music, and I do about poetry, and I do about dance, and so many other things. That the most important thing are the feelings inside you that you want to make free and make evident. Some people would disagree with that. I was going to say disappear with that, and maybe that's also true. There's a lot of people who should disappear with that. Every day is new to me. I try to find some joy like this. Every day is new. It's new to me, and I know there's a story goes. If you come and pass me on the street, I'll find some words I hope you can read. I'll find a way that I'll try to greet. I'll greet you with a smile someday. Well, someday soon, I hope that you'll join me and we'll make some song between us come around. And I'll sit here, look you in the eye, my friend, and I'll let all my true feelings round. Every day is a joy to me. Yes, most every day is a joy to me. Every day is a joy to me. I try to be a very joyful man. Now, the reason why I brought this guitar with me up here in my studio today, it's a very simple sounding guitar. There's nothing specific about it in terms of its wood qualities or whatever. It's mostly laminated. It's got a real pine top on it, so it's got some sound, spruce, excuse me, that'll give some real musical quality. It's hard to get color from laminates. What laminates do well is they resist all the changes in temperature and humidity and whatnot, and they look good, they look clean, and they're strong. But in terms of the actual sound or voicing, usually need some real wood. Thank you very much for joining me here in my studio, and again, my painting studio. I hope these little chats I have with you are helpful in some way, and I hope I'm not boring you at all. This is Pop Angelo sending you a big hug, and namaste. Be well. We have one world, one planet, one race, one family of man. We're human. We're imperfect. We're frail, but hey, that's all we got. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this.